I can't even describe what I'm going through.
A dramatic development today in the disappearance of two little boys.
Annie.
Everyone wanted to know what happened to those kids.
We are going to look at everything and rule out nothing.
The eyes of the world are on this case.
She says that she's been carjacked.
Suddenly a man appeared in her car.
Law enforcement authorities say they are looking at all possibilities.
There is somebody that knows where these children are.
This story is about a woman named Susan Lee Vaughn, born September 26, 1971, in Union, South Carolina. Susan had a very unstable childhood. Her father committed suicide, and she was abused by her stepfather. As a result, Susan suffered from depression and suicidal behavior. Susan tried to take her life on more than one occasion. This behavior followed her into several relationships, including the one she began with David Smith. David and Susan eventually married. Susan became pregnant and she birthed two sons, Alex and Michael. Even after the birth of her two boys, the relationship between David and Susan remained rocky. Both committed indiscretions. During one of their separations, Susan started a relationship with a man named Tom Finley. He was a very eligible bachelor in Union, South Carolina. With Tom, Susan felt very stable and happy, and she wanted to spend the rest of her life with him, even though she was still married to David. However, Tom Finley did not feel the same way. He did not want a ready-made family, and he felt their backgrounds were too different, and also he felt Susan's behavior toward other men was not appropriate. He sent Susan a letter explaining all of this in October of 1994, and Susan felt very distraught over this letter. On October 25th, 1924, Susan was seen crying on the doorstep of a residence near John D. Lake. She was claiming that she was carjacked and that her sons, 3-year-old Michael and 14-month-old Alex, were kidnapped during the crime. Over a span of 9 days, Susan and David pleaded with the press for the safe return of their sons, but to many of their associates and authorities, something didn't seem right. Susan's story often contained many holes, and each time when they asked her about the incident, she changed her story. She took several polygraph tests. All of the test results were inconclusive. Many of her friends thought it was concerning that instead of asking about her sons, it seems like she was more distraught over Tom Finley coming to see her. 9 days of intense scrutiny and media attention, Susan finally confessed. She told authorities that on the night of October 25th, she had drove down the road with her two sons in the back seat. She felt suicidal and she felt lonely. She drove to John D. Lake, and she was originally planning in a car, but she changed her mind and put the car in neutral with her sons in the back seat and let the car roll into the water. She was able to finally give authorities the location of the car, and scuba divers found the bodies of her two sons in the car. At her trial, the defense claimed that Susan suffered from dependent personality disorder and suffered from depression, claiming that her need for a stable relationship with Tom Finley overcame her moral judgment in committing this crime. I also think she suffered from postpartum depression also, but I'm not sure. But she was convicted in July of 1995 for the murders, but she was not given the death penalty. Since she's been incarcerated, Susan slept with two correction officers and she was transferred multiple times through the prison system. She is currently serving her sentence at Leith Correctional Institution in Greenwood, South Carolina. She's up for parole in 2024, and I do see like a couple of articles saying, I don't know if she's getting beat up or what, but she's been pleading, for her family to help her get out, sooner, I guess, than 2024. But you guys leave your thoughts and let me know. Do you think she should be paroled, or do you think she needs to sit longer, or do you think she deserves a second chance? Because some women, they do have postpartum depression and different things going on, and it kind of clouds your judgment. But it seems like her judgment was clouded from wanting to be with this guy that she had these fantasies of running off into the sunset with. So leave your comments below and let me know what you guys think. And this is my first story, so I'm gonna bring another story weekly. So like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.